Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Spot on Pundit. It's been a while, but we are back again. My name is Titilo Yelimuwa Balaji. I will be anchoring the session for today. And just to let you know, this wasn't premeditated, pre-planned, or even react. So I'm just going to be asking them questions right off the bat. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I have with me CY. I have Baka here. Well, I like them to introduce themselves. Baka?
Yeah, so Barca, we're back again. Subscribers from SOP. It's been a minute, but we're back. Hopefully stronger, better content, and so hope to enjoy the show today.
So CY?
Wow. It's a pleasure to be back yet again. It's been a while. So sorry for the breaking transmission, but I think we are back and stronger. So stay tuned and expect more nice and credible content from SOP Football.
All right. So, as a matter of fact, there are people behind the scene that they don't show themselves, that we don't see, but they're very, very crucial to whatever we do. So shout out to Gambo, Alaji. Thank you so much for your dedication. And with that, I'm going to start right off where we left off the last time. I remember there was a time in one of those episodes we had this down conversation, right?
No,
and I don't want to start from there because it's going to be like this Chelsea person, right? So today I'm not going to be toxic, not want to be. But let's talk about Liverpool, right? Because I know, right, one of the most successful clubs in English Premier League, of course, in England as well. So Klopp is leaving. He dropped the bombshell, right? I don't like the way he did it in the middle of the season, but I guess it probably might work out well for them because they probably want him to win something, right? So the question on the top of everyone's tongue is who replaces Klopp when he leaves? There's been so many names floated all around, right? From Xabi to back to Brendan to
Xabi.
Yes, there are so many names, right? But I want to ask you, right? So I'm going to start with CY.
Yeah.
What do you think will replace Klopp? Oh, it's just going to be the end of an era, like everyone likes it.
Well, for real, it's going to be an end of an era because, to be very candid with you, to replace Klopp at Liverpool is going to be a very tedious task, honestly, because one, we cannot underrate him and we cannot say that he wasn't a good coach for Liverpool because over the past, how many years? Is it 5 years or so? 5 or 6 years?
I think like 7
or 7 years that he has been with.
Yeah, in 2024, right?
Yeah.
It's been there for long.
It's been a while. So it's one of
7 or 8.
We can consider him to be one of the greatest coaches in England. But to replace him is going to be one hell of a problem because I think what Manchester United saw is going to repeat itself.
What did you see?
What they are still seeing up to now.
The shaggy.
The shaggy that they are still seeing up to now. So I feel like they will be through some phase, you understand, to replace this guy. But if you ask me, I do not know who should even replace Klopp. Should it be maybe a legend, a Liverpool legend? Well, I don't know. Should it be someone like Xabi, which everyone is touting across the Premier League? I don't know.
I get that, but I think let's not even think too far, right? If I look across the spectrum of the Premier League, which coach plays similar, sets up his thing similar to Klopp? To me, I think the Brentford manager does that. I think they play it that way in the way he sets up his team, right? Tactically, defensively, using the spaces and trying to use the wing back and to do stuff. So that's where my head is at. Will you get it? No. Some people have shouted Gerard, they've shouted Xabi, but I'm saying it categorically. Xabi Alonso will be a fool to come and take the Liverpool job.
But you never can say never.
He will be a fool to come and take that job because he's doing a fantastic job where he is, and he still needs to mature there as well.
Right.
So, Baka, what's your opinion?
Okay. The thing is, like for Liverpool, it happens that Barcelona won't have a manager as well, and Bayern also won't have a manager. So those are 3 big clubs that are looking for managers at the end of season, and definitely they'll be looking at Alonso because right now it's like probably the best thing right now in Europe.
And it's the only one that is
The
probably
best
moving.
football, young, innovative. So those three teams will be looking at Alonso as well.
Even Real Madrid, they're still looking for a coach.
No.
Yeah, but Ancelotti already just extended, so he still has at least
there for 2 years,
another 2 years minimum. So for Liverpool, the club has been run properly for the past 9 years since club has been there. So definitely they will have an idea of who they want to replace him. I feel like probably they will get it right because the structure is already there. So it won't be a problem, I think, for the next manager. And if a manager comes in and doesn't do well after club, then I don't know, probably the manager just isn't good enough.
But that's going to be hard for a manager to come in and do well after club.
Exactly. Okay. That's my
it's
point. It's
going to be hard, right? It's going to.
Definitely, because he's an iconic, legendary manager, yes. But the structure has been there. So even if, let's say, there's going to be an adjustment period, maybe 1 year, 2 years, probably. If not, then they should be back on track. But if you are telling me who to replace him, honestly, I don't know right now. But I don't think De Zerbi or Thomas Frank, those guys have accomplished enough to be able to manage a club like Liverpool. So,
but if you don't give them chance, you wouldn't know.
Oh, you think everybody is asking?
Yeah, but you have to be patient. Like you remember, like after who left that time? After Benitez left, they tried Roy Hodgson, they tried King Kenny, those guys, and it didn't work out.
Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, Rodgers. Also, Rodgers was actually really good. Yeah, Rodgers was actually very good. I liked how he managed the team. So I think these guys are good enough to find someone. If they feel they want to give someone like the Xabi a chance, yeah, then why not? They need to give those kind of guys a chance, but then you have to be patient. You won't expect the same kind of result on that club that we've seen over the years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you see, but I think if I were Alonso, I'd rather stay in Leverkusen at least one more season.
Yeah, to mature.
See what happens at those clubs. I feel like Bayern are very, very keen on him also. Even Barcelona, because he has Barcelona roots as well. He's that played for Barcelona. So those clubs will be very keen to get him as well. So if you know, the hot thing right now, the one that has to choose, just stay one more season at Leverkusen.
Well, and most especially, he's going to get Champions League football.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So, something just clicked. So, Xabi has roots with Liverpool, Barcelona,
Real Madrid,
and Bayern Munich. So all the four clubs is connected to them. Yeah. So he's connected to all the 4 clubs.
So you see, there are so many things. There are many more things at play right now. But if I was I'm going to stay in the Bundesliga for at least one more season and see where.
And he has a clause I had in his contract whereby if either of those 3 teams come for him, he can get out of his contract. Yeah. So that's another interesting.
He can get out of the contract.
Yeah, the coaches put that kind of clause. So I think Koeman also had it that time. It was in England, whereby if Barcelona comes for him, he's going to leave without any release clause or anything. Right? Yeah, so Alonso also has that clause for those 3 teams.
Wow, that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we really did justice to that part. So the next thing I want to ask you, learned esteemed colleagues, is when the Premier League started, we all made predictions. We all spoke about upsets. I think there was even an episode where we spoke about managers to be sacked. I remember touting Manchester United to do away with Eric Ten Hag, but he's still there.
He's surviving.
And the rumors around is that they're touting Southgate. There are 2 rumors. So they're touting Southgate to take over Manchester United based on his connections with Sir Jim. And then there's still another school of thought saying that, Eric Ten Hag will be there next season, right? So I want to ask you, in your opinion, has Eric Ten Hag done enough to merit to be rewarded with keeping his job? Because at this point in time, and I always say this, I'm not a fan of clubs sacking coaches. I am not a fan of that. And I also know that we don't always have, we don't have an inside clue into what is KPI for the job was, right? He might be doing just that for them.
Right.
So, but do you think Eric Ten Hag deserves to get the boot? or he needs one more season in Manchester United backup?
I honestly feel he should stay because
So that
I always knew like this.
continue.
Because I always knew the second season might be more difficult than the first because they're all over the place saying like the first season was good. He made top four. I feel he made top four because a lot of the teams were poor at the time. Liverpool didn't play well. Chelsea didn't play well. Tottenham were bad. So yeah, he got top four. He won that trophy that people don't ever remember. I think they should give him more time because if even they want to replace Ten Hag, who are you going to bring at this time? Yeah,
Gareth Southgate.
Gareth Southgate only is better for me. So just stick to Ten Hag. This season you can see like some young players is trying to bring into the team.
It's because the season was already tanked.
Yeah, so just stick to him. At least give him one more season. See what the guy can do.
See what do you think?
Well, we'll go the opposite direction.
Anyway,
I'll go the opposite direction because for me, I don't think someone that has spent almost like 500 million on players should be given that much. He has 2 good seasons, and yet you've not seen any identity. But the good thing is that he's always around the top 5, top 6, which is a good thing. No matter how badly he plays,
good.
No matter
For a team like Man United,
you know what my issue with Ten Hag is? No matter how good he plays, no matter how bad he plays, he's
around that point.
You get my point? Yeah. If you're saying, oh, he's doing really, really good, he's
still there.
Oh, Manchester United, their season is just there. So is that a function of the fact that the people below him or around him play terribly, that he's just consistent?
I think so because like if you look at the table right now, there are 3 teams that are playing very well, so they're ahead of the rest. So then we now have those ones that are there. We have Emery doing good. What's his name? Angie Ball also doing good. Yeah, so I feel it's that. Especially last season, definitely was that because you watch Man United games, you see them like trying to grind out results despite all those players there.
One goal, we just
so there to be enough. So for them, it's just to try and get the 3 points, no matter how bad it is. They don't have to play well. Like see what I mentioned, that he hasn't even seen the playing style. So I think that's why he's always around there. But maybe give him a 3rd season, see what the guy wants to do.
Well, for me, if the club wants to give him another season, well and fair and good, and I hope that other teams by the 3rd season will come good as well to really see if he really deserves to be around that top spot. You understand? So for me, give him a chance because, like T.I. said, this hiring and firing style is not good for football. You understand? We need continuity. We need to see kids grow, mature. And the good thing about him is like, I think maybe someone has spoken to him to get some sense. He is starting to drop some of those big name players that are not effective on the pitch and bringing up these young talent like, is it Mino, Garnacho, and all those. And those boys are playing really well. So you could see that if you should compare the young boys versus the likes of what do you call him? Anthony, Rashford, and you could see that the most distinguished factor for them this season are the young boys.
Yeah, I think for me the only indictment he has probably is his signings have been really bad.
Terrible.
Mentioned Anthony.
For me, I have 2 things.
Amrabat. I think that's the thing that might work against him.
I have 2 things against him. His signings, like you said, have been terrible. Then his man management skills.
Terrible. Extremely. Absolutely.
I think he didn't know how like a club Man United.
How do I say? I would say that it's every time like figure of speech, guys. And I'm not what's the word for it? I'm not dehumanizing Eric, right? What I'm trying to say is that he thinks like a toad in such a way that the largest body of water he's ever seen was Ajax, was a well. Manchester United is an ocean. So when you come there, your mentality has to change. You cannot handle a player that earns more than you. The same way you handle a 17-year-old boy in Ajax. There has to be tact. There has to be diplomacy, which I think he lacks. right? Which why I would always favor Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a United manager.
Honestly,
The transition was sweet. He knows how to get into. He knows that because he's a fan. He knows how to be a fan. He knows how to be the player. He knows how to be the coach. So he was able to
transition.
between that. Anyway,
Ole, but you also didn't have a playing style.
No, I think
we cannot even compare Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with Eric Ten Hag. What did he spend?
Didn't spend anything. It's just like Chelsea. If Chelsea had kept Lampard,
he got the big guy. He got Ronaldo.
He got Ronaldo back.
That's another problem he has. Why did you have a fight with Ronaldo? Because I feel
Eric. I already mentioned he has man management problems.
He killed himself with the Ronaldo issue. Anyways, guys, now before we go deep, director, are we still on time? Because I think it's time to wrap this episode because we still have more episodes to shoot. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry to cut your session short, but we'll see you some other time.
All right.
So